Well, hey everybody, here's another shoutcast from yours truly. And let me start this off by saying that I really hope the Zerg loses this one, because, first off, Night is Romanian, so I automatically have to be on his side. But if that weren't enough, I hate Zerg, so I want the Zerg to lose. And that said, let's just get this unpaused. And I figured we'll unpause this in 3, 2, 1, now. It's great having an unbiased shoutcaster, isn't it? So aTnDarKFoRcE says GGHF. Shut up, aTnDarKFoRcE. You don't get to talk, you play Zerg. So we've got a fat ass moving out. I mean, an overlord. Sorry, I get them mixed up. Such similar names. And probably gonna get a chrono boost on this Nexus pretty soon, which when the Nexus gets 25 energy, you can use a chrono boost. It can perform a chrono boost on any structure, which will make the structures, I'll just read it from here, operate 50% faster for 20 seconds. So basically, it'll produce a probe much faster, or if you perform a chrono boost on a warp gate, or a gateway, sorry. Warp gates, you can just zoom them in, but on a gateway, it'll make the zealots or stalkers or whatever you're producing train much faster. So, drone and probe meeting each other halfway, and exchanging a nice little conversation before moving on. The probe probably said something robotic-ish, and the drone probably said something along the lines of which is one of the reasons why I hate Zerg, because they're so unexpressive. But that's just one of many reasons. So, gateway going up for NightEnD. Probably going to try to block off this ramp, I'd assume anyways, stop us zergling her ass. Overlord's been moving this entire game, and he's still only made it halfway across the map. Drone is the probe is doing a bit of a dance right outside aTnDarKFoRcE's natural, or at his natural, right outside his main base, and that's in order to prevent any sort of quick expansion, because should a drone move out to try to expand, like one is trying to do right now, he cannot actually build right there because there's a probe in the way. So he's probably going to have to attack the probe. Yeah, he's going to have to attack the probe and make him move. The probe can still move around, try to prevent the expansion as long as possible. The longer he prevents it, the better off he is, obviously. So go, probe. Deny that expansion. There's also a drone moving around in NightEnd's base, nauseating all the probes with his squishy noises, which is why the probes aren't moving very quickly, as you can see. You can clearly see. Zealot's coming out. He's probably going to block the way. Okay, yeah. Oh, he didn't have to block the way. Now I can just chase the probe, I guess. Although, our drone. Fuck, I'm going to get that mixed up the entire game. The drone's a bit faster, but I can't see him escaping this. All the longer the drone's in that base, the more information he can gather. Anyway, back at aTnDarKFoRcE's natural, we can see that he has set up that expansion. So I guess he finally either killed that probe. Yeah, he probably killed it, seeing how there's a Zergling right there. So he probably ended up killing that probe. Could have also chased it away, but I don't really see it on the mini-map, so he probably killed it. The Zergling right there. The Zergling is checking around for a proxy pylon, and not finding one. Although it's always a good idea to check for one, because proxies are annoying. I don't understand why people do it, it's just not fun. Oh, we're getting a queen transfer here. There's already a second queen, so she's getting transferred over. She'll be there just in time for this hatchery to go up. But yeah, going back to proxy, I don't know why people do proxies. It's not fun at all. I mean, that's all I face every single time I do a team game, and it's just boring. It makes me just not want to do team games, which is unfortunate because team games could be so much fun. They have so much potential in StarCraft because it involves so much strategy. Anyway, there's a lower part of the map, not mouth. Sorry, Overlord was spitting at me, and the first thing that came to my mouth was, wow. The first thing that came to my mind was mouth. He spat at me again, which is why I said mouth again. But anyway, I'd figure he just go a little bit, move towards nightEnd's base a bit to get some vision. But I guess he doesn't want to expose himself either. I guess maybe in a more critical stage of the game, you can go up and see if nightEnd's building a robotics bay, or I don't know, Stargate, something like that. Yeah, that Overlord has no manners, spitting at me. Well, I'll spit back at him. Asshole. See, Zerg, another reason, chalk up another reason for why you should hate Zerg. They have awful manners. Oh, another reason why you should hate Zerg, well, they're also mass murderers, so that's another reason why you should hate Zerg. So, yeah. aTnDarKFoRcE is controlling these Xel'Naga watchtowers with the Zerglings. I guess it must be fun having such a mobile unit, but I guess they're really weak, so I shouldn't talk. But anyway, a bunch of Zerglings moving out at these high-yield minerals. I'm assuming they're going to take down these destructible rocks pretty soon. Or not. They're moving out. aTnDarKFoRcE definitely has control of the map right now, as the Protoss had to set up an expansion, which came a bit later. And he also has these Xel'Naga watchtowers, which provide so much vision. So, yeah. And the Overlords, of course, help. I don't really see what the point of having an Overlord here is. Well, I guess he can see if there are any proxies, or if the Protoss is taking out these destructible rocks. Which I'm not quite sure if you can get vision to that. But yeah, anyway. Protoss nightEnd set up an expansion. It just went up. nightEnd was actually a pretty damn good undead player in Warcraft. He was a pro, but he wasn't of, Happy's level. But he did beat Grubby once in what was, I think it was Game of the Year of 2009. It was a pretty incredible game. He did beat Grubby. He beat a couple really good players. If I recall correctly, his best race to play against was Night Elf, and I think he actually beat players like Remind, but he was inconsistent, that's the right word. And that's why he never really got to be among the best, like Happy and Ted. I mean, at a later phase, anyway. But anyway, Zergling's finally taking out these destructible rocks, blocking this high-rich mineral field. High-rich mineral field, right. Rich mineral field is what I meant to say. Or high mineral field. Take your pick. Frankly, doesn't matter. One or the other. Not both. So these creep tumors. I almost said creep teamers. Anyway, creep tumors building here, expanding the creep so that the Zerg units can move much, much more quickly. I don't think that applies. No, it does not apply to flying units. Again, Overlords always attract me. I said over units. I was about to say over units. I'm just not going to click on Overlords anymore, at least for the remainder of this game. Queen heading out. She's going to spawn another creep tumor, yeah. Oh, that's nasty! She just crapped a creep tumor. That's absolutely disgusting. I've never noticed that before. That's one of the reasons I don't. That's another reason I don't play Zerg, because they're just absolutely disgusting. I think that was actually my first reason not to play Zerg. Yeah, it might have been. Creep. I mean, not the creep. The queen almost gets caught out of position there. Yeah, nightEnd's not gonna be able to take this down. Wow, that was a really nice move from the Zerg, coming blocking nightEnd's backdoor by with these Zerglings. And that spine crawler is really doing quite a bit of damage too. So nightEnd needs to get out of there. He walled himself in with force fields that were meant to keep the Zerglings out, but it ended up keeping him in. And now things aren't looking good for nightEnd. And he lost his entire army there. I'd assume that aTnDarKFoRcE would like to move out now and attack. Although nightEnd has no idea where he's going to go. He's going to go through the back door, taking down these destructible rocks. nightEnd can see this because of his pylon that he smartly placed there. It's a good idea. He might be able to take down a roach before they take down these destructible rocks. Oh, aTnDarKFoRcE backs off? I guess he didn't realize the extent of nightEnd's army. And he's going to choose to go for these, pylons instead. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Zerg's just a distracting race. Anyway. See, in the game where there were, I guarantee you, if there were no Zerg in this game, I wouldn't be screwing up so much. In all honesty, though, it's probably just due to my rust. I haven't shoutcasted or commentated in a very, very long time, or done a serious one anyway. So that's a lot of Zerglings. Wow, he's got quite a lot of Zerglings. Almost 2 full control groups. One control group's 32. He has 2 full control groups. And then another 3. So that's, oh, wait, that can't be right. 3 by 8. So 24, not 32. 24 plus the 51 plus some more Zerglings joining in on the fun. High yield mineral field. Notice I didn't say high rich yield mineral field this time. Anyway, it's about to be finished, and drones have been Jesus Christ. Drones have been transferred, and this extractor's about done jerking. Can't wait until it is. And when done jerking, it just explodes. How lovely. How aesthetically pleasing. Oh, broodlords are out. This should make things interesting, as well as corruptors. Oh, the corruptors probably to morph into the broodlord. So with the Zerg army, you can morph Zerglings into banelings and corruptors into broodlords. I'm not sure if anything else can morph like that once it's already out. So Zerglings and roaches are moving out right now. The broodlords aren't. Oh, here come the broodlords. And the overseer. Overseer, I think, is just as a detector. I don't really imagine you can do anything useful in this battle. NightEnd's moving out with Stalkers and Colossi, but he's got a significantly weaker army, I believe. No, actually, he's only got 6 less food. Where's the bulk of that food coming from? It doesn't really... I don't know, it's just... Judging army size, it looks so much smaller, but I guess that's just because 2 Zerglings are 1 food, which is why the Protoss, or the Zerg's army looks so much bigger. These broodlords are going to be annoying, though. You know, the Zerg probably could have moved out much earlier and attacked NightEnd when all he had were 2 Stalkers, but he chose to wait it out. Although one thing that's very commendable that Zerg's doing is spreading this creep all over the map, and he has great map control right now, so that's really going to play a huge advantage for him. NightEnd has very mobile units with this Blink and the Colossi who can walk up and down cliffs as if it's nothing. Ain't nothing but a Colossi thing. See what I did there? Anyway, mobile as in not quick, but able to go up and down cliffs should they need it. It would be pretty funny to see them all blink up to this one cliff where the Xel'Naga watchtower is, and the roaches struggling to try to attack them, and meanwhile the Stalkers are just shooting away at them. That would be interesting. Observer moving out, that's going to be a very useful thing for... Oh, changelings. Anyway, it's going to be very useful for NightEnd, that observer. Check out exactly what's going down. For example, he was able to see that changeling. And for now, he's got... Wow, that's a lot of roaches. He's got even more Zerglings. God knows where they went. Where did those Zerglings go? Oh, they're all the way here at this high-yield mineral field, which NightEnd is now attacking. Oh, Ultralisk got out. Wow. Ultralisk took a lot of damage from those Colossi. 150 and 1 volley. Zerglings, if they can get close enough to those Colossi, could actually do quite a number on them, but thermal... What's that thing called? Thermal lance range? Whatever, the upgraded range, I can't see them getting too close. This is not a good battle for DarkFoRcE to fight. He needs to get away from that lower ground. He needs to wait for NightEnd to come to him. And now he's moving out the Zerglings. The Zerglings are just getting toasted. Again, like I said, this mobile army, the Colossi, are just moving up and down the cliffs. Zerglings and Ultralisks just getting put in a toaster here. Just walking right into a toaster. Another Ultralisk goes down. Third Ultralisk goes down. He's lost all those Zerglings from before, as well as his broodlords. That was an insanely nice play from NightEnd, with walking his Colossi up and down those cliffs. That was a great play. And I'm not saying that just because he's Romanian. It was actually a really good play. Yeah. Drones trying to attack these Stalkers. Fat lot of good that'll do. Oh no, I guess they're just trying to move out. You'd figure the Stalkers would try to kill him.